Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for another video. Back for a cinema trip. We are currently in View, about to watch Ready Player One, and I am with Lulu.
Yes, hello. Well, I promised him I'd go and see a film with him for his birthday. Whatever he wanted to pick. He wanted Black Panther and I couldn't make it. I wish I'd have gone and seen Black Panther, and now I'm supposed to be seeing this 3D game thing.
3D game thing.
So I'm dreading it actually. But I'll let you know my honest opinion of what I think as a layman person.
Yeah.
That isn't into all this kind of sci-fi stuff. So
I think we're both crapping each other, crapping ourselves. I'm crapping it because I'm excited, and you're crapping it because you don't know what to expect.
I'm crapping it because I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. I'm sort of thinking I could have 3 hours shopping. You know.
Lulu and sci-fi don't go together very well, so I might look over and there'll be an empty seat, and she'll be shopping or something.
Yeah, call me when it's like, well, I'll let you know what I think.
Yeah.
All right.
See you in about 3 hours.
Bye.
The Oasis. A whole virtual universe. You can do anything. Be anyone. A contest changed everything. 3 impossible challenges. The first to finish gets complete control of the Oasis, which means complete control of the future.
Ready Player One, rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX, March 29th.
Hey everyone, Lulu and Pauly here. Big Pauly.
Hey.
We've just come out of View from seeing Ready Player One. Ding ding. And I'm going to ask your opinion first.
My opinion first.
Your opinion first.
Okay. Well.
Because I really want to hear this.
Okay. Well, we're eating nachos from Subway. I thought I'd introduce Paul to a thrifty alternative to the fast food. It's Doritos, salsa, cheese and jalapenos for me, and not jalapenos for him.
No, not jalapenos for me.
All in all, £1.50. £1.50 for some nachos from Subway, and I think that's the least expensive way to have a quick lunch snack, because the film started around lunchtime and it's only just finished, so it's kind of like
yeah, we
I'm
were
really
in there.
hungry.
We were in there for probably just over 3 hours.
But anyway, I bet you're dying to know whether I like the film or not.
How much are nachos in the cinema? They're about £4, aren't they?
I think more like 6.
Yeah, people.
Nachos and a drink is like £11, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think people want to know about how much fucking nachos cost. They want to know what the film's like.
Yeah. See, this guy doesn't have to worry about things like, bills, mortgage payments, that sort of thing. I don't think you even pay rent, do you, Paul?
Hang on a minute. We couldn't find anywhere to park, so we parked in the car park of the gym. We're sitting in the car scuffing our faces with cheesy nachos, and 2 blokes that have just come out of the gym sweating have just looked in the car and probably thought, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was heaving today.
Oh,
Good Friday. Chock-a-block everywhere. Could not find parking. We had to walk mileage.
I have never seen Westwood Cross that busy before. I thought we were going to have to park in Dover and walk.
Yeah, they're probably going, get to the point. Did you like the film or not?
Yeah. Go on then.
Well, okay. Considering that I was absolutely dreading it, because for me, it's kind of animated. I don't know what you call that. To me, I call it a cartoon. When you call
CGI.
that? CGI, okay. So, the only reason I decided to watch this fantasy sci-fi film that's so not my thing was because on Paul's birthday, I promised him that I'd see a film of his choice. And I really wish it had been Black Panther. I wish I had made Black Panther when he wanted to see that, because that would have been a little bit more bearable. But anyway, this is a bit that might shock you.
Okay.
I didn't hate it.
Yay!
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. But I didn't hate it.
Yeah, honest opinion. That's what we. That's what we
well,
need.
of course. I mean, that's it's. I liked, without giving a lot away.
No spoilers.
No. I like the real life story as opposed to the CGI bit more. That was a little bit more, doable. And when I came out of there, I was just so glad to be in the real world, breathing fresh air.
And what I thought before going into the film, because knowing that it was going to be real world and virtual world, I thought we were going to get like maybe 70% real world. It turned out it was the other way around. There was more virtual world than there was real world.
Yeah.
Way more.
Way more.
Which, for me, is really good because I like that sort of thing. But the human sort of like story outside of the virtual world was really good, and the characterization and the relationship was really good.
I like the soundtrack in the beginning.
The soundtrack, that was a corking soundtrack.
Well, I don't remember a lot other than just the do 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 do
I'm
do do do.
I think I remember hearing Tears for Fears, maybe
that was
Duran
in there.
Duran.
Yeah. It was a good soundtrack. I like the soundtrack.
Some good rock, some good heavy metal, 80s as well. Some good tracks in there.
I like the characters. They were okay, especially the good side characters as opposed to the baddie characters.
Yeah.
The main baddie character guy, though, he just kept reminding me of the guy that was in Ally McBeal, but I know it wasn't him. You know, the one that played Fish or something. Or...
Oh, no, I know what you mean, yeah. No, the main baddie in this he's from Rogue One.
Ah.
And he... What was it? Oh, I can't remember his name now. Director Krennic, if anybody doesn't know. He went up against Vader in Rogue One and got choked. He's really good.
Was that a euphemism?
No, he got he got force choked.
Right.
There's good... I'm talking with my mouth full. There's good humour in the film, isn't there? There's good one-liners.
I laughed a few times.
The right amount of humour. And there was one particular scene where I think a lot of people got referenced. Something sort of like flying through the air.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people got that, and there was a lot of laughs from it.
There's a lot of 80s, 90s nostalgia in it, and I really like that.
If you grew up in the 80s, or you're a fan of the 80s, you're going to pretty much get every single reference.
Yeah. So see now, on the strength of this, of not hating this, I might actually, based on the soundtrack, I might actually tackle Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not saying I'll sit there and watch the whole film, but I will try it. Maybe I'll come up to your cinema, Bowman's Emporium, and watch it at yours.
So far as... I mean, Guardians has the same type of humour. I think that it works a lot in most Marvel movies, including Thor Ragnarok. But, yeah, the soundtrack in the Guardians of the Galaxy is the classic. It's its daddy, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic music in Guardians
it.
of the Galaxy.
I'll try it.
I mean, if you don't like it, you can always turn it off.
But that's what I mean. That's why. This one is a bit like, okay. Well, I didn't dislike it. I didn't dislike it. So, and for me, that's a big one, because normally if there's anything that's a bit fantasy like that, CGI'd or anything,
Yeah.
it usually takes 10 minutes, and I think I can't now.
There was a lot of reference into everything 80s. I mean, it's going to take multiple viewings to actually spot everything that's going on camera. I noticed probably about 10, but there's probably about 1,000 in there.
Yeah.
Off into the background and that kind of stuff. You have to freeze frame it and that.
I just realised.
What?
We got subliminal messaged. We did. Oh my God, what I kept seeing constantly, the product placement in that van. If you, I'm not going to say what it is, but obviously we're eating what this is. But there's product placement in that in the van where where they travel in, all the good guys and that. And just see if you pick up on it. And I said to Paul, oh yeah, I could really eat that. Now I just realised, and I said, oh, I never fall for that product placement stuff. I just realised.
That's a bit like
product placement.
That's a bit like Back to the Future 2 with Pepsi. They were referencing Pepsi everywhere. So it's a similar sort of thing.
Yeah, but this was only in the van though. Oh,
Yeah.
I fell for it. Damn.
But so far as the virtual reality world, I mean, their avatars, when they put on the headset and they go into this virtual world, their avatars were pretty good. They weren't exactly humanised CGI versions of them, because you could tell they were sort of like computer versions of them, rather than trying to make them look real like they did with Peter Cushing in Rogue One or Princess Leia. But I think they really worked.
I did get very frustrated, but I got into it because towards the end, you'll see there's a scene where they're going like that, right towards the end, and I could have been one of the people in that in that lab waiting, because I was a bit like that myself. I was like, come on. Oh. Yeah.
And towards the beginning, when they had the race, or both the races, there were so many iconic things happening around the race. Like you see in the trailer. I mean, you see the DeLorean, obviously, because that's in the trailer, so you know that's going to be there. But there were so many things happening around the DeLorean and above it, and so other many, iconic cars and even animals.
Yes. No, there's definitely a lot in there.
So
I mean,
it is a love letter to like 80s and 90s cinema.
yeah, I couldn't sit through it again, but I bet you will, and you could probably be there with a notepad and pen, writing every single thing, pausing it and then going again.
3D Blu-ray, big sleeve edition, 4K.
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
Blue
the
Fans
3D.
edition.
The 3D was new for me too.
The 3D, yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen one 3D film, and it was Alice in Wonderland, and that made me feel quite funny because there was a spinning scene in it. Something was spinning, and it felt quite funny. But before that, I did watch The Christmas Carol in 3D, and that was really magical. But I mean, it's been years and years since I watched a 3D film. And I think the reason why I didn't hate it was because it was in 3D. I think if I had actually had to sit through that on a 2D version, I'd probably, like everything else, I would have just turned it off.
Because you were kind of like immersed in.
Yeah, I think that's what did it.
Immersed in the action.
I think that's what did it for me, and that's what made me keep watching it, really.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit like, it was a bit more of an experience rather than just watching a film.
The 3D was really good. It was strong 3D.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's anywhere near Avatar's 3D, because that was mind blowing, but it is one of the stronger ones.
See, I saw Avatar in 2D. I wish I'd have seen it in 3D now.
Well, you can always see it in 3D in the back bedroom.
Oh, what then?
In the Emporium.
Yeah, in the cinema.
Because that is brilliant 3D. No other film matches Avatar on 3D.
I don't think I'm going to get into absolutely loving the sci-fi films or anything, but I wouldn't give this a thumbs down.
No.
I wouldn't. See, for me personally,
I mean,
I wouldn't give it 2 thumbs up. No, I wouldn't give it 2 thumbs down or even 1 thumbs down. But I might give it like a. It was okay. Like, it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I wouldn't see it again. But if someone was a bit like Paul, a fan of the films, those sort of films, be like, oh yeah, you'll love it. Go and see it. It's fantastic. For me, it was it was a way to pass it. I mean, it was absolutely raining.
Way to pass 3 hours.
Way to pass 3 hours in the rain.
Oh my God, was it raining, wasn't it, when we got there?
Yeah, it was. We were soaked, absolutely. But the cinema was packed, so that always makes it more enjoyable for me.
And it's Good Friday as well.
The cinema's packed. I do enjoy film more because you get all the audience participation.
You get the audience reaction. Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah. On a scale, then, I'd say out of 10, 10 being brilliant, 1 being shit. Yeah.
For me?
For you.
10 being brilliant, 1 being shit. If we're talking, not in the level of films that I've seen, but talking in the level of sci-fi films that
enjoyment as well.
That have kept me sat down for the duration. But, well, do you know what? Because of the 3D element, the soundtrack, and the real life story, I am going to give, and obviously the company, I'm going to give it 7. I'm going to give it 7. 7 because I normally don't even give things a chance.
That is quite high for you for a sci-fi and 3D film.
It's high for me. It is.
I was thinking you was going to say something like 4.
No, a good 7 because I didn't dislike it.
Good.
I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I didn't come out of there going, oh, that's 3 hours of my life I'm never getting back.
Would Claire have walked out?
Claire would have Claire would have slept through it. I tell you one thing, I would have walked out if it wasn't for the bear. AI, I remember seeing that with you when it first came out. I was like, what the hell is this? That was the most... I was like, I think I fell asleep through most of it. And I said, if it wasn't for the bear, I'd have walked out.
I love AI.
That cute little bear. Yeah. So every time she's attempted to take me to see some kind of sci-fi film, it just hasn't worked out.
It doesn't work out, does it?
Apart from the 5th wave.
Oh, yeah.
I like the 5th wave, but that's because I didn't see any aliens.
Yeah, well, the 5th wave you could look at more along the lines of Invasion of the Body Snatchers anyway. That kind of thing. Or Alien Nation. Not Alien Nation, was it? No, V.
Oh, I like to be.
So, yeah.
Even though you saw Aliens. I don't know. It's probably because of the 80s thing.
Yeah.
So you don't want a jalapeno?
No. Not unless you want some really harsh language on film.
What you mean, like normal?
No, I've got this great big stringy cheesy thing that I can't break out.
That's what the knife and fork is for.
Yeah. You know me, I'm so American that I just use a fork. Yeah, so...
And I'm so Mexican that I just use my hands.
So 7. So, now, for me, because it was absolute classic Spielberg, it is probably one of the most fun Spielberg films I've enjoyed since Jurassic Park in '93, so the original. That kind of a roller coaster ride. Because I got all the references. I mean, the music did it for me, 80s music, even the metal, because I was a huge metal fan and still am. So I got all that. The virtual reality, I'm not a gamer, I'm not a big gamer. I used to have a PlayStation, but I don't do a lot of gaming. But there are references from Halo, and there's anime in there as well. Lots of references. So yeah, it really did it for me. And for 2 hours 20 minutes, I didn't have a numb bum. Because the last thing you want to do is go, oh God, when's this going to end? Like I did with Justice League.
And like I normally do with anything that, doesn't sort of grab me.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it, and being Spielberg, it's fantastic. I can't say if it's anything like the book because I never saw the book. Never saw the book.
Or never read the book.
Never read the book.
Or saw the book, obviously, because you didn't read it.
Yeah, but if I'd read the book, I probably would have read it on a Kindle. No,
let's not get started on Kindles.
You hate Kindles, don't you?
God.
It's got to be on paper.
Yes, flipping the
The
pages.
smell of the book.
It's not just that, but your Kindle. If your charge runs out, say you're somewhere with no electricity, your charge runs out. At the end of the day, the book isn't gonna, run out of juice, is it?
This is a discussion for another day.
Yes. And when you're thinking, I can pick up a book in a charity shop for for £1, and you're talking your Kindle and everything. And at the end of the day, I'm not being funny. I've never had anybody. I can leave my book, go get a coffee, come back. My book will still be there. If I leave a Kindle there, go get a coffee, come back. Chances are my Kindle won't be there.
Got a point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm quite forgetful anyway, like that. But
so there we are. Book rules. Sorry, Amazon.
But anyway, that you all got to share in my first experience of actually sitting down and watching from beginning to end a sci-fi film that I didn't hate.
It's the first time for everything.
Yep.
My overall review will be, I'm not going to give it a 10 because it's going to have to be something spectacular for a 10, but I am going to give it 8.5. So higher than you, not a lot higher, but I'm still not going to give it a 10 because, like I say, it would have to be totally mind-blowing. And although I really, really did enjoy it, being a Spielberg film.
See, for me, the fact that I sat there through the whole thing and actually enjoyed it and got into it and got invested in the characters a bit, that was mind-blowing for me.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, if I can't really give it a 10, but if I'd have come out of there going absolutely loved it, it would have had a 10 because it's the first one I'd ever even considered.
Yeah.
With CGI. So I won't call it cartoon anymore. I've learned a lesson today. I'll call it CGI. There we go.
Yeah, so, Ready Player One aside, there was a couple of good trailers at the beginning. But, now I hate to say this, but they had the trailer for Solo, the Han Solo film. And I still felt, And this is a major player. This is the main Star Wars film of the year.
Because it's not Harrison Ford. That's why.
I wasn't jumping up and down with joy. It's the last trailer that came out, and I still felt, okay.
Because it's not Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And that's what you're used to seeing.
But
it worked with Star Trek.
We've got a new trailer coming. There is going to be a new trailer sometime this month, a full trailer, before the film hits. So maybe that will change our mind. But there's got to have some heavy guns going into this because they were saying that this could be one of the best Star Wars films ever, even though Harrison Ford is not in it. Oh, and here's a bit of thingy that I read, which I know people are going to say, what the hell? As we know, Carrie Fisher died, so she's not going to be in episode 9. They were talking about casting, not Glenn Close, who's the other one? Oh, God.
Helen Mirren?
No. Along the same lines of Glenn Close. I can't remember her name now, God's sake.
On the same lines of Glenn Close?
Yeah, she's a very similar actress. Oh, she was in the one with Bruce Willis where, was it Goldie Hawn got shot through the stomach and they looked through her?
Oh, Death Becomes Her.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
They were talking about casting Meryl Streep as Princess Leia in the last Star Wars film. She might look a little bit similar, sideways, side view and back view, but Disney, if you cast anybody else as Princess Leia, God help you. Because there will be fan eruption.
Maybe they'll do that thing they did with Fast and the Furious and animate the
wow.
face.
I think Carrie Fisher's family actually did give Disney their blessing to do CGI if they wanted to. But I think probably the best thing to do is just to say, like, in the opening crawl, she's out in the galaxy somewhere recruiting new Jedi or that kind of thing, and just leave her out of the story. Just reference her that she's not in the story. That'd be the best thing to do.
I obviously don't know how important she is to the story, being out. I don't really follow Star Wars.
Yeah.
I know. It's like you think, how can we be best friends when we don't really have a lot in common? But we do, don't we?
We do.
Just not sci-fi or CGI.
Yeah. Or animation.
Yeah. Basically just thrillers, action, and suspense, and there's quite a few of those. Comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of those, aren't there?
So, really enjoyed the film. You really enjoyed the film.
I didn't say really. Well, I enjoyed it. I didn't really enjoy it.
Drop the really. You enjoyed the film.
Drop the really. I enjoyed the film.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I think today was a success.
Yeah.
And it's just started raining again.
Yeah, what do you think of your nachos?
Very nice.
I'm really annoyed with myself because I was really enjoying them, and then I realised I only finished telling you, what about that product placement they kept doing when we came out of the cinema? Do you remember? Mm-hmm. On that van, you know, on the dashboard or whatever it was on that van.
Yeah.
And I bloody well fell for it, didn't I? But then, actually, no, I didn't, because I eat these all the time. So, there you go.
Yeah, so there we go. So we're still scoffing our faces.
Right.
So we had a pretty good time. I enjoyed it. I probably will see it again because I want to see all the other different references out there and see what else I can pick up. But it's going to be one that I'm definitely going to buy on Blu-ray in 3D. That would look fantastic in the Emporium.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So.
And I'll come over and I'll give Guardians of the Galaxy a whirl.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Is that on 3D as well?
It is on 3D, yeah.
Okay.
Thor Ragnarok, I think you'll like Thor Ragnarok. There's so much.
I like Thor. Well, yeah. Chris Hemsworth, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the third one is completely different from the previous two because this is much more, it's so colourful and it's so funny.
Okay.
So, in fact, I would say Thor Ragnarok is a comedy. It's not sci-fi.
It's a comedy sci-fi.
It's a comedy sci-fi.
It's a sham with yams.
It's a yam sham.
It's a yam sham. I wonder how many of them get that.
Yeah, if you get that reference, stick it in the comments.
Yeah, what was it again? It's a sham with yams.
It's a yam sham.
Okay.
Anyway, we shall just finish off our nachos now.
Yep.
Go and do a little bit more shopping. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night for the live stream at 6 o'clock.
Tomorrow night? I thought it was Sunday.
Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday.
Saturday night, yeah. Some giveaways. Some steelbooks, digital copies.
Yeah, he's bought some giveaways today, but we're not giving away what the giveaway is.
And I've got some giveaways at home as well. And I've got one special giveaway as well, which doesn't come with, it's a steelbook, doesn't come with any discs, but the steelbook is like, whoa. And Lou's looking at me like, what the fuck are you giving away? But you'll have to tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
So you're basically giving a, excuse, I know this is probably a very Oh, for Word, for all you Blu-ray enthusiasts. So you're basically giving like a, DVD case with no DVDs. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't understand. Do you? Bless her. When it comes to collectible steelbook cases,
Yeah.
bollocks to the discs. You want the case. You can easily put discs from the regular version in the case. You're going to have to watch tomorrow night, my dear, at 6 o'clock if you want to know what we're talking about.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
But anyway, so that's it then, isn't it? That's our little review.
Yeah. I liked it.
Might have spilt cheese down me from my nachos, but still got some more to eat.
Ooh,
So
what do you call a cheese that isn't yours?
what?
Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese.
Oh, don't do that to me. Oh dear me, you get me coughing, I won't stop.
What cheese do you use to hide a horse?
Oh no, what?
Mascarpone. Did you hear about
No more.
Did you hear about the explosion in the cheese factory?
What?
There was debris everywhere. Sorry, I just remembered all my cheese jokes.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think we'll stop there because I think
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Because I'm going to choke on what remaining cheese I have left. So let's say goodbye then.
Bye.
Bye.